The backbone of the Indian Air Force, MiG-21 is bidding adieu after 60 years of service. Though during its period of service, it received notable names such as Flying Coffin or Widowmaker due to its high accident rates. Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary would remember this aircraft for its raw power. He said, quote, "The aircraft was a pure pleasure to fly. Yes, we faced some issues, but it is a legend that has served us well," unquote. A defense official on the retirement of MiG-21 stated, "Indian Air Force will phase out the MiG-21 fighter jet by September this year. The squadrons operating the aircraft are currently in Null Air Base in Rajasthan. The LCA Mk1A aircraft would replace the MiG-21 in the IAF," unquote. The MiG-21 aircraft took part in the final flypast on October 8, 2023 during the 91st anniversary celebrations of the Indian Air Force. This event marked the last time the MiG-21s would appear in any ceremonial air display anywhere in the world, symbolizing the end of their operational legacy. But when was the MiG-21 introduced to the Indian Air Force? The MiG-21 joined the Indian Air Force in 1963, is renowned for its crucial involvement in major military engagements such as the 1965 and 1971 India-Pakistan wars, the 1999 Kargil conflict, and the Balakot airstrikes in 2019, along with Operation Sindoor. The MiG-21 was a Soviet-made fighter jet and India's first supersonic aircraft capable of exceeding the speed of sound. It stood as a key representation of the country's aerial might at the time. The first group of 6 MiG-21F aircraft was introduced between March and April 1963. In the 1980s and 1990s, these planes constituted over 60% of the Indian Air Force's combat capabilities. The Indian Air Force acquired a total of 874 MiG-21 fighter jets, with approximately 600 built locally under license by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Throughout its 6 decades of service, the Indian Air Force operated various MiG-21 models such as the Type 74, Type 76, Type 77, Type 96, Type 75, and the MiG-21 Bison. The MiG-21 has contributed to a few major wars from the Indian side. The MiG-21 first saw action in the Indo-Pakistan War of 1965, where it fiercely engaged Pakistani aircraft. It went on to play a crucial role in the 1971 conflict that resulted in East Pakistan becoming Bangladesh, executing precise strikes and attacks on key Pakistani military targets. In the 1999 Kargil War, the MiG-21 played a crucial role in diminishing enemy strength by flying night operations. The pilots executed their missions using rudimentary equipment such as basic GPS and stopwatches. In the 2019 Balakot strike, the MiG-21 Bison, piloted by Group Captain Abhinandan, successfully downed a Pakistani F-16 fighter jet. More recently, the MiG-21 took part in Operation Sindoor in 2025, which was conducted in retaliation to the terror attack in Pahalgam. But why was MiG-21 crowned as the Flying Coffin? In 2012, former Union Defense Minister A.K. Antony stated that 482 out of the 872 MiG-21 jets inducted had crashed since their deployment. Since 2010, over 20 such accidents have occurred. These incidents have resulted in the loss of more than 170 Indian Air Force fighter pilots. Remarkably, the aircraft suffered 2 crashes in its very first year of service with the Indian Air Force. In July 2022, a MiG-21 trainer aircraft crashed, leading to the deaths of both pilots on board. The previous year, in 2021, saw the loss of 5 MiG-21 Bison jets in accidents, with 3 pilots losing their lives. In May 2023, a MiG-21 crashed during a standard training exercise near Suratgarh in Rajasthan. The pilot escaped unharmed, but debris from the crash struck a home in Hanumangarh district, killing 3 civilians. In response to the accident, the Indian Air Force suspended operations of its entire MiG-21 fleet. The accidents throughout these years were either because of human error, mechanical issues, or bird strikes. Now the indigenous Tejas Mk1A fighter jets will replace the MiG-21s. The Indian Air Force has equipped 2 squadrons with the Tejas fighter jets, number 45 nicknamed the Flying Daggers and number 18 known as the Flying Bullets. An order has been placed for more Tejas Mk1As to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited but has not yet been delivered yet. test pilot of LCA Tejas Mk1's Group Captain Sunit Krishna said, quote, "With time, the technology has to be improved and has to be integrated. The Indian Air Force wanted new systems to be integrated into the Tejas so that it could be in service for the next 3 decades. HAL over Tejas Mk1A program stated, quote, "The Tejas Mk1A will have an advanced electronic radar, warfare and communication systems, additional combat capabilities, and improved maintenance features." The MiG-21 was initially set to be phased out in the 1990s once the Tejas became operational. However, HAL's experience was limited to developing the older generation Marut and creating the Tejas, a fighter meant to rival modern aircraft like the MiG-29's and Mirage, required a leap from building a first-generation plane to designing a fourth-generation fighter. The Light Combat Aircraft or LCA Tejas project faced delays primarily due to the time taken in developing critical components like the multi-mode radar, flight control systems, digital electronic engine controls, integration of Kaveri engine, alongside modernization of the MiG-21 aircraft. Though the MiG-21 was operated far beyond its intended service life, its design limitations and maintenance difficulties led to frequent technical issues. Nevertheless, many defense and aviation experts consider it one of the most outstanding fighter jets of its time. The fact that the Indian Air Force continued to fly it for almost 63 years highlights its remarkable capabilities and resilience as well. But what do you think? Is it fair for MiG-21 to be known for its crashes or for its long, resilient service life? In a major boost to India's self-reliance in defense, the Ministry of Defense has signed a 2,000 crore rupee contract with Bharat Electronics Limited for advanced air defense fire control radars. These radars, designed, developed and manufactured in India with over 70% indigenous content, will strengthen the Indian Army's ability to counter any enemy aerial threats, including enemy drones, helicopters and even fighter jets. Signed in New Delhi on the 25th of July 2025, this deal marks a critical step in modernizing India's air defense regiments. Could this milestone push India closer to defense self-sufficiency? This move is also set to boost Indian MSMEs and economic growth. China has issued a rare and public diplomatic warning to Pakistan. During Field Marshal General Asim Munir's visit to Beijing, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi sternly rebuked him over the repeated failure to protect Chinese citizens working on the $60 billion China-Pakistan Economic Corridor or the CPEC. This rebuke from the CCP comes amid rising attacks by Baloch Liberation Army in Balochistan and Karachi. So is the Chinese leadership losing faith in Pakistan's military assurances? Can Islamabad still secure Chinese investments as its internal security deteriorates? As Pakistan battles economic collapse and internal insurgencies, Beijing's message was loud and clear: without security, there will be no cooperation. India has just fired a precision-guided missile from a drone, marking a major leap in indigenous defense technology. The successful test of the third-generation UAV-launched precision-guided missile, conducted by DRDO in Andhra Pradesh, signals a significant milestone for India's armed forces. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh hailed it as a major boost to India's capabilities, developed with key private players like Adani Defense and up to 30 Indian startups. The missile features a high-definition seeker, two-way data link, and multiple warhead options. The Modi government is enhancing its drone warfare capabilities, given heightened border friction after the recent India-Pakistan war. Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button, and subscribe to Inconnect News.